Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Seattle. A fairly short kick from the 14. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the... line. Right out of the gates, here's Smith. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I'm getting to the sideline, my coach said, so what is scouting when circling him, putting a star by him? Did you not get that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option. Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain. A good run. Got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this was a little back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Two seconds to go, first quarter. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Running right, Jones. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied at 14. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Geno on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Smith. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
There's no doubt about it because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Packers have moved out in front. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Okay, break.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Now here's Michael Dixon as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Here's Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. An inside give to Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Geno. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They snap it to Smith. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Geno. Throw out wide to Walker. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Smith.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers flushed out right. And his throw is incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon, 28 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
He lets it fly from Lockett, and he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now Smith completes it to Fant on the right side. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Smith. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Seahawks 14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The 2nd half starts with a carry by Jones.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson,
72 yards.
And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On fourth down, Smith. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And Justin Coleman brings him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the extra lanes, and that's exactly what they did. They came through big time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On play action, now Rodgers.
Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
We haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progression.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll go with Jones. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get...
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Geno. Catch is made by Metcalf. 20, 10, 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Rodgers throwing here. He'll get this to Lazard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Here's Rodgers.
Throw right side, going to be complete to DeGuara.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rodgers.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Rodgers looking to throw.
Throw right side, hauled in by Doubs.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the 4th, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
One last throw here for Smith. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camp, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in the trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top. Stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 cribbin'. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live with. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers. Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
onside, caught by Diggs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Allen going to go on 4th down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Parker touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to return.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They do go for it. Here's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers.
That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A give to Jones. And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Rodgers. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. Touchdown! A.J. Dillon from 10 yards out. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation right prior to the game. They will say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. McKenzie now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that ball away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing now is Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb. And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in his first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. To be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Okay, let's get some momentum here, D. Come on, get on it.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they have been seeking.
Play action. Now it's Allen. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for them, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack, and a turnover on downs. The Bills drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Jones will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So remember now, this was all set up by the staff defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that. That's a momentum swing, amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired out. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taken at the goal line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. I'm going to use one of those overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because
There is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today,
touchdown, Packers! Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes this 35-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call.
Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Well, Charles, I mean, things just seem to be getting worse and worse for one sideline. And flip it over after that fumble return for a touchdown. Better and better on the opposite. And what an impressive first-half performance.
And, partner, I know the saying in the NFL goes that no lead is safe. But I will say that this one seems pretty secure. And if we continue to see plays like that, I'm going to switch back and say this lead is safe.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Going for it on 4th down. Allen, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you back over here. Get 300.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Matt LaFleur, he tells the offense, stay out there, go for 2.
free play. And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there.
Gets through, and now an opening.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Gets this one to Morris.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And into the end zone is a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3.
Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Tyler Bass will be kicked off for Buffalo.
Here's Bass now to send it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
From the 36, Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught at the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard
line. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Packers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
The give is to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got done. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
On On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers extend their lead yet again. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs.
And my goodness, another interception. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the
8. Here's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught from Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, that's Sweeney. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Open man, here's Cobb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw, it's Allen. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Allen off the play fake. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. Can you believe it? 0 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bills' passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Allen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Kenyon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one.
Touchdown, Packers!
Christian Watson,
42 yards.
And the Packers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
That's caught at the 1. And they're just not going to run off as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
he's got a man complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
A run there with Cook not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is He's been coached really well.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
He's got it. A lot of work to get to the first down marker.
It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
On second down, it's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
Brought down by Ed Oliver. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll go again to Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers.
He finds Watson complete. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Rodgers looking to throw.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Crosby with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. And
now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Rodgers throwing here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran up the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got me. They finally got me.
their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.